In 1913, Bohr developed a model of the hydrogen atom and he added one assumption regarding the electrons. He proposed that the orbits of electrons in atoms are quantized, and only certain orbits are allowed. Each orbit has a different energy, and the electrons can move to a higher orbit by absorbing energy, and drop to a lower orbit by emitting energy. He then added that angular momentum of an electron in its orbit is quantized. Through his model, Bohr was able to formulate the Bohr radius and the Rydberg formula. However, there are limitations. In fact, it violates Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, it cannot be applied to multi-electron atoms, and it cannot predict the relative intensities of spectral lines. In addition, it doesn't explain the Zeeman effect, and it doesn't account for the fact that accelerating electrons do not emit electromagnetic radiation. Let's move on to wave-particle duality. The first experiments towards wave-particle duality were done by Max Planck. He derived the equation showing that light that was emitted had a discrete level of energy, and that energy that was radiated was quantized. Based on Planck's formulation, in 1905, Einstein explained the photoelectric effect, which shows that light waves behave like particles. Moreover, in 1924, de Broglie formulated the Broglie wavelength equation by combining Planck's constant and linear momentum. This equation demonstrated that particles have wave-like properties. However, the wave-particle duality limits our understanding in determining the position and momentum of subatomic particles. But in 1927, Heisenberg concluded that it was impossible to accurately measure and determine an electron's momentum and position simultaneously.